Gaz says he's a local hero. Okay, so how come he died in London? And how come Lord Byron died in Greece? They say his heart's buried out there. He said England could have his body, but your heart's what makes you you are. So it is possible to escape. He were rich, though. Ben Cornt were the strongest man of his time. Last time I checked, I'm neither. Mary Magdalene were mates with Jesus, but Mama Jo says she was just as bad as Byron. She were a prostitute. So how come they named a frigging church after her? I live at 26 Annesley Road, Hucknall, and you can see St Mary's from here. And quite a bit of it if you happen to be having a sneaky fag out the back window in the attic, like I am. It's 5 to 5, and when the bells start, I'm going to see if I can run downstairs before the last one. You've literally got 5 seconds. I nearly did it the other day. Mama Rita says I'm going to end up breaking my neck if I'm not careful, and she might be onto something. But I can't miss to start a Ready Steady Cook, can I? It's my favourite programme. Well, after Big Brother, you can watch them in the shower if you've got the internet. Which we don't, obviously, because Gaz don't seem to realise there's been a cyber revolution and a new millennium and that. No, wait, it's absolutely fabulous. That's my favourite TV show ever. I've got to change this shirt, though. I've got coal stains on it again. I lost my key last month, so I've had to climb in through the coal grate for the past fortnight. If I go to the shop or take the dog out, I leave the back door on the latch and hope he don't notice, which so far he ain't. I'm not telling him. He'd go mental. That's him now, pulling up outside the DIY store next door but one. He drives a black Golf GTI. You can hear it coming down the road from a mile off, screeching or purring depending on what mood he's in. If he slams the door, you're in real trouble. You don't mess with Gaz Lees. Not if you want to keep hold of your teeth, you don't. He's the hardest man in Hucknall. And, unfortunately, my father. Gaz is 33 and spends his weeknights weightlifting, badger baiting and finding things that have fallen off the backs of lorries. On weekends he starts fights outside the wine bar, Hucknall's most sophisticated drinking establishment. Gaz is the head bouncer. He's under the impression that people around here respect him, but they're just scared of him. He thinks it's the same thing. His favourite film's Braveheart. That's how he sees his son. Gaz has 3 kids with 3 women, and possibly more we don't know about according to me mum. They all respect him too. He's always getting people pregnant, sometimes 2 at once. Mum says it's the only bit he seems to like about parenthood. My little brother's mixed race. He's an equal opportunities womaniser, our Gaz. An horrible bastard no matter who you are. Gaz never goes to parents' evening, which is funny because he's always going on about how education is the key to the world. Like he'd know about that. I don't even think he can read and write. I know he don't write my birthday cards because you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to recognise Mama Rita's handwriting. And the nice messages are a bit of a giveaway too. No, I reckon the closest Gaz Lees has come to going a certificate is having his name put in the cane book. Mr. Smith remembers him. Mum's in there too, claim to fame or what. God knows why they think I'm going to behave any better than they did. I better open this window a bit wider. I don't tell Gaz nothing, although he must know I smoke, because I'm always going in his leather jacket and nicking his Benson and Edgers. They come in a gold packet, so they're quite posh for him. I think they're the ones you put in them cigarette holders they used to have in olden times. You know, like what Joan Collins would smoke. I've always wanted one. And them long gloves they had, dead glamorous and that. I get Super King Blacks usually because they're big and you can have half and save the rest for later. I tried a menthol at break once, like Doc Cotton off of EastEnders, and ended up running out of German 5 minutes later and throwing up in the yard.